saying we're up on the stage a little bit earlier here, but now being knocked down into the losers bracket, now having to face Guess We Doin Kraken now. And I believe, as far as I know, like a lot of these folks just kind of intermingle on different pickup teams, but they've all played together and against each other like many a time.
Yeah. So. Yeah, absolutely. And both of these teams, like you said, both pickup teams, but both with players who know each other already and know how each other plays. Oh, we got a wink there from Greg. Okay, love to see that. And yeah.
Oh, there goes JPEG.
Oh, can't forget. Look at him. Look at him go.
I like his hat a lot.
I do too.
Actually, I like his whole fit. I like the tie-dye.
Yeah. Look at the, yeah. I think is it Dio in the crowd who keeps instigating the cheering?
Yeah, I want to know who's on the phone that Girlbox is holding. I want to know who we're trying to look at here. It's a little bit washed out, but I'm curious to see who that is who's tuning in from the phone to talk to us here at Riptide 2024. And like you guys, if you actually looked for a moment out on the crowd there, those chairs are filling up. Mm-hmm. Those seats are filling up. They've taken out about half of the stations at this point since we're kind of nearing the end of the tournament, and they're adding and adding and adding more chairs. They're going to soon probably extend to almost the back of the room at this point.
That is insane to me because, well, obviously this is the biggest Splatoon LAN ever. And just like, I don't know, I feel like I've watched so many grand finals where it's kind of like, you know, say this is the room and it's only filled like this much. But this is literally going to be the whole entire room is full of people. And everyone's going to be cheering. The hype in this room is going to be insane. Like, it seems crazy now. It's going to be absolutely crazy.
I guess we're doing Kraken now. Oh, I get it! I didn't realize it was the meme. That's so silly.
That's so cute. I love the sign, too, paired with that.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm with it now. I feel old. I feel old because I didn't understand, but I understand now. Okay, I just like to be included.
I just like to be included.
I do. I tell people that all the time. I get serious FOMO.
I do too.
Even like sometimes even sitting on the comm desk, I'm like getting FOMO because I can hear how much fun the crowd is having out there, and I'm like, oh man, what are they watching? And I'm like, oh yeah.
I know, right? Like, oh wait, I'm literally watching it.
Yeah.
But you want to be out there with them cheering.
I know, but it's like our private viewing party that we just get to talk about, and then you guys get to listen.
Yeah.
Listen to us gab and yap about it. But look at this, though. Chips and Guess We Doin Kraken now are working on getting into the lobby. You can see some folks are maybe doing some stuff into the training room, maybe doing a couple of drills. There goes JPEG in the background on the right-hand camera side. But folks now, I think, are getting all geared up, and teams are just now getting confirmed. So we're just kind of sitting pretty. We're sitting tight for losers to start over here.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely start theorizing what comps are going to be, what weapons are going to be played. I'm familiar with a lot of what these teams play, but I always just kind of like to go into that first game and go, okay, yes, this is what we're seeing.
Show me.
This is officially what we're going to be seeing throughout this entire set. So I hear that bell ready, and it sounds like, you know, these teams are in the lobby getting their weapons geared up, and any second now we're going to be able to go into this first game.
Yeah, and I also want to say, remember, these kind of fun, like, specials or weapons that get included in the comps. I'll let the crowd talk first. Sorry, they had a lot that they wanted to say. But I appreciate, once again, you have Arito on the bow, and the well string at that in top-level gameplay, you guys.
Wow, I was not expecting the well string. I knew... Yeah, the crowd.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, let them speak.
let the crowd speak. Okay, and then we can go. I was not expecting. I knew that Arito played the normal bow, but I was not expecting this one. Okay, love to see it. Love to see the device
custom well string.
Right.
Custom well string. Right. But listen, the paint power that they have coming out from Storm Hero. Sure, they are just one NZAP, but man, Storm Hero can paint for their life, and they can do it for their teammates as well because. Consistently, you'll see that like there's not really too much paint to work with on the side of Chips, but that does not deter them as you have Chara trying to follow up here and take a fight in the street, and Chips are being the first to take the tower.
All right, Chips here starting to try and push up. They're able to get through that checkpoint. Chara actually pushing up. All these specials helping Chara push up as well, with those trikes kind of creating a path there for Chara to lead forward. Now you can see they're trying to get through that second checkpoint, just trying to clear out what is around them as Ichigo comes out with that Kraken and juggling Arito and Storm Hero juggling that tower. Max jumps in as well, and they are able to get through that second checkpoint.
Yeah, and look at Greg trying to hold it down here on the street area, just trying to throw out a little bit of paint. I mean, it's key, folks, that you try to paint in front of that tower to get your folks moving forward and into good positions. But look at Ali here calling out 3 versus 1, able to take 1 down in a trade, but Storm Hero going to be successful, and I believe that was Chara as well that are going to barely skate the fight while Ali is away. And so here, still, the tower right now, Rissa, is all chips.
It is. It really is all chips. They're just consistently, they haven't necessarily pushed it past that second checkpoint area, but I like that they're juggling it here and just allowing themselves to keep holding the mid space, allowing the other team to not be able to drop into mid at all, and it's just making it that much more difficult for them. You know, you can see too, they're trying to figure out, okay, the other team has a Tetra. Let's just try and figure out their strategy and how to play around that. It looks like, though, finally!
Oh.
Yes, we're doing Krakens now. Gets a complete wipe onto Chips. Gregu there onto the tower at that first checkpoint.
I appreciate that Greg is the one that's holding on to the tower while they're using shot. You have, I mean, you have Bronze pushing up and trying to help out with the aggression there, but here comes Ichigo on the Kraken, taking down 2 different members off of that left-hand elbow. That's going to be huge for Guess We Do in Kraken now, because the tower's still sitting in their possession. There are a couple suction bombs maybe trying to prevent any more forward momentum, but that's not going to keep them down for long as we now enter into the team fight once again.
Yeah, even though Ali just went down there, Ali's play style is she just continues to jump, die with those Tetras, jump back in, die, jump back in, get picks, die. And we were seeing that here as Ali did exactly that. Jumps in, gets a pick there, helps their teammates create some space on that bunker area, turns to the left side to help their teammates in a team fight, and it's just Arito left alive. Ali tries to focus that, pushes them out of their streak. Does get called out, but that kept Arito back and not able to be up in the fight.
Yeah, Arito was doing a really good job just trying to hold it down on that corner. They really had to land that one shot to get themselves out of danger, and they were able to. So unfortunate for Ali, but great for Arito as they take a second splat off the board here. 1-1 down, make it 2 on the side of Guess We Do in Kraken now. I mean, really, Chips just needs to they kind of just need to keep like stalling and playing this out. I mean, 46 definitely not a lead to write home about. However, I mean, if you keep just initiating these fights back and forth, it's like, what's Guess We Do in Kraken now gonna do?
Yeah, good point. It's really just gonna stall them out and not let them even get to the tower so they can try and get to the lead. Well, I don't know if you guys at home can hear. I'm sure you can. The crowd is going crazy right now. They are chanting up a storm. They are in this fight. And as we are looking at this fight right now, you can see Guess We Do in Krakens now back on that tower. They're the team that needs to get the lead. Ichigo uses that Kraken to try and stay on the tower.
Oh, and I appreciate Ichigo just trying to kind of help out and keep Greg alive. It wasn't quite enough to do so. So now we're down into the final minute of the game, 52-46. Chips, I mean, all chip and no direct coming out from Chips here, because consistently you're seeing folks just getting just poked and poked throughout the match, and like having your teammates follow up here. I mean, that is the bread and butter for Chips, as 2 different wave breakers are coming out to try to help and assist in the fight. And now the points are going ticking down once again as the tri-strikes come out from Mars, down to the 35 for Chips here in 30 seconds left to go.
Man to Maria, this is that tricky spot. If you're the team that's coming from spawn, it can get so snowbally from this point, whether it's Rainmaker or tower control. Either way, it does get really stally here. And right now, Guess We Do in Krakens now, they not only need to take out these members of Chips who are pushed into their street area, but they also need to get to the tower so they can get the lead. Ali uses that reef slider to push into mid, gets a pick onto Arito. Ichigo uses that Kraken, tries to create some space, and with Ali and Braun still in the tower, they're trying to do everything they can to juggle that and stay on.
This is not looking good for Chips right now, Rissa. You had 2 members down, and you had 1 more going down in a delay. Now making it their way to the street. Guess We Do in Krakens now is looking to pop the second checkpoint here, but now they have 3 members down. It's only Bronze left, and then there's the wipeout. The Chips, all Chips and no direct, taking out and swiping game 1.
All Chips and no direct. That is right.
They don't need it.
Nope, they don't. I like too at the end. I mean, they all just kind of are like, okay, everyone just like, let's back up and let's all collectively poke at the tower.
Take
that
a deep breath.
completely shut that down. And they didn't panic, which is, I mean, I love teams at this level. They just know, okay, just take a deep breath, like you said. We don't need to panic. We got this.
And I appreciate that they all kind of followed up on that left-hand side there. You had Chara kind of pushing forward. You had Arito kind of just lobbing shots over the walls there into the street area to try to like maybe see if they can like cause some damage. But yeah, you had Bronze being the last man standing to try to get that tower moving. And it's like, what else can I do? I have to be right here. There's nowhere else that I can be right now.
Whew, I'm very much enjoying trying to figure out the play styles from each of these teams because they both have unique weapons, and we don't typically get to see that a lot. You know, typically at this level, it's like the meta weapons that you get to see a lot. Both of these teams, though, have different weapons, and figuring out what their play style is as we watch this together, I always really enjoy that.
Yeah, and I really appreciate the comp coming out from Chips because like you have very minimal paint, but Storm Hero does it all. Storm Hero can paint the floor like nobody's business, and they keep racking up so many points, and especially with the cooler on deck as well. I mean, they take full advantage of it and do so well with it. Sleepy Oshawott.
The crowd goes crazy.
Yeah, what does the crowd have to say about that? They say Oshawott is sleepy. But man, Oshawott can sleep through a lot, Rissa. I wish I was that heavy of a sleeper.
I know, right? They're like, no, I'm going to bed.
Yeah. So so we got to see what other folks were using. Ichi, very well known for using Kraken and using the 96 Scout Deco. Definitely no stranger to that. Ali, like you said, also a Tetra one trick, question mark, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, Tetra one trick, and then you also have Bronze and Greg trying to bring up the rear. Pretty exciting for Guess We Doin Kraken now, because like you said, just such unique compositions and people that just know what they're doing at the same time.
Yeah.
Makes it so entertaining. So finally, entering down into Hagglefish Market, we have cash on hand, we have reusable bags at the ready. What are we shopping for today, Rissa?
All right, looks like we're going to be shopping for the crowd. I was like, okay, there they go.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yes. Okay.
All right, we're
yes,
gonna
after
be
you.
Yeah. We are going to be shopping for a splat zone today. Both teams headed into mid to go ahead and try and be the first team to get control of that splat zone. Looking very blue here as we see Greg and Bronze painting over the zone. Each team does have a member go down, 2 members going down on the side of Guess We Doin Krakens now. But Ali says, hey, I'm gonna flank. I don't care. I'm gonna do what I do with these Tetras.
Yeah, and flank that she is doing and taking the distraction away from the zone, but it didn't really matter. Chips now flipping it back into possession, and 1 member going down. Make it 2, actually. Ali now being down out of the fight, and Ichigo as well. But that's going to be Chara pushing forward and taking Bronze out of the fight. What a shot. Looking to try to see if they can distract Ichigo as well. But unfortunately, the recall landing on a suction bomb.
Really, really good suction bomb there from Greg. Greg was like, you know what? I'll just throw a suction bomb here. Yeah, I don't need to go down there. Now, you know, with that pick onto Chara, this may be the point for Krakens to be able to push into the zone. Ichigo uses that Kraken paired with the Reef Slider coming out from Ali. This is exactly what they needed. They're able to take down 3 members. Gonna take down that 4th as well as they get that jump in. Oh, did Chara jump in and then
Chara
jump out?
Jumped in and immediately jumped back out. They said,
skilled.
I've never seen someone nope so hard in a game before in my life. That was so fast.
That was skilled.
Also, that just goes to show the quick reaction, the type of thinking that you need to be doing when you play games like this is lightning fast. And that's why you have to give these folks credit where it's due. The Tri-Strikes are going to go in and help out Chips to try to push forward, and Chara bringing up the rear on the Inkjet. That's going to flip the zone back in possession. It's only a 2-point difference, but Max is going to make it even further and widen the gap, taking a triple splat.
Oh man, shout out to our spec cam, because getting to see that whole play from the overhead point of view, getting to see the specials with Max flanking around, that was very, very chef's kiss, getting to see that all play out. Woo.
Yeah, dude, I'm kind of like you have Cheeto dust on your fingers. I'm kind of like licking the flavoring off of me. Penalty now being gone for Chips, but it's not going to matter as the Tri-Strikes are going to come in and help out. Guess We Doin Kraken now. You can hear the crowd trying to chant out for Ali, but still, this could be a really good moment here. There's 3 different members of Chips going down, 2 members of Guess We Doin Krakens now going down as well, but everybody is quick to jump back into the fight because Cooler is imminent and online here. Looking like we're going to be trying to build some specials here to try to work our way back in. We're going to see a repeat similar to what happened before. No Inkjet this time, though, from Chara to try to help the push in, but Tri-Strikes coming out a piece on both sides.
Yeah, they definitely did that same play like you said. They have the specials that they know they use. Max flanks around, and they weren't quite able to make anything big happen. But, woo! Woo, trades back and forth happening here. A lot of chaos ensuing right now. With Guess We Doin Krakens now in control of the zone. They are the team that has the member advantage as well. Low penalty points. If they can hold on to this, not go down too fast here, they might be able to get the lead.
Yeah, but you can't be doing that when Chara's going to blast exhaust onto you, so the lead now being taken. However, there's enough specials online for Guess We Doin Krakens now to try to join back into the fight. So they're going to be taking the zone back into possession, just a few points difference here to try to make to widen the gap, or at least close the gap if you're Chips here. But watch out for the Reef Slider, and watch out for Ichigo, because they're going to come in on the flank and take you down. And now Guess We Doin Krakens now taking it back into possession. We have a minute and some change left for us.
Ooh, okay, I'm taking a deep breath myself as I'm watching this. Ichigo goes in with that Kraken Shadow. Storm Hero goes down. Chara goes down as well. This is completely stalling out what Chips was trying to do in order to get to the zone. They still have some time on the clock, but with only 20 points remaining for Guess We Doin Krakens now, Chips is going to have to get a move on if they want to get the zone. Finally, they use their specials. I had to take a breath myself there.
Yeah.
They had to make sure they saved those and used those perfectly to get the zone back.
That retake all happened when Ichigo got taken out of the fight, because as soon as Ichigo got taken out, then Bounce got taken out, and then Ali was shortly to follow behind. And now finally Chips are chipping away at their penalty points, and now being gone, they just need a few more unipoints left to try to reverse the tides here. But with the tri-strikes coming in, Chara doesn't have much painting power to really help out with that. And you have Ali out on the flank, the Kraken and the Whale coming out. It's a mad dash for the zone, but Chips aren't going to let it happen. The lead now being taken, and that's so much penalty now being put on Guess We Doin Krakens now, and it's not over yet for Chips.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? That was insane. Everything was laid out perfectly for both teams, and it really just came down to who could really get the upper hand. But I felt like both teams were doing everything right there in mid.
Throwing everything that they possibly had to try to keep that in possession. Woo! All right, it's already happening. I got to stand up. I got to stand up. Holy smokes, dude. They don't call it Chips for nothing. I'm just going to say that. They don't call it Chips for nothing, because, again, that retake that they had all started with Ichigo going down, because as soon as that happened, Chara came in with the Inkjet. You had the tri-strikes helping him lead the way. And then immediately they take the zone back, and then they just found it. They found the rhythm, and they just kept taking people out slowly but surely. And
literally me right here. I thought it was so clutch too. Like, you highlighted Chara. Chara knew, okay, wait, hold on. I need to jump back really quick to regroup with my team, because if I go down right now, this could be absolutely tragic. So them able to jump back and just play that out with their team was so smart. And man, I don't know if I could have that fast thinking as a player myself.
I want to know what the crowd is saying. It's a little hard to hear what's happening. We're both trying to listen and be like, what are they saying?
Wait. Do we cap?
Yeah, I'm hearing do we cap. Now I'm hearing dueling cats. Dueling cats. Dueling cats.
And it's on the same chant pattern as USA, so it's like...
Yeah, no, I thought USA was the first one,
Me
and
too.
I'm like, wait, but why? Reverse sweep.
Oh, okay,
Reverse
that's
sweep.
what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay. They believe. All right. As the crowd said go, we are headed into game 3. Taking a look at these comps. I mean, not many switch-ups here that I see. Looking, though, did Chara switch up different range blaster, I believe?
Yes, we've switched out to a different range blaster.
Yes, so that is just the main switch-up that I see here looking at both teams.
Yeah, and I believe that's actually Chara said, all right, Guess We Doin Krakens now, because now I'm going to start playing Kraken on the range blaster. But that's not going to stop Ichigo, because Ichigo's going to come in and try to take Storm Hero out of the game, and Storm Hero trying their best to just survive that fight. But now having a really good numbers advantage here and ink advantage. Oh man, I say that though, and 3 folks go down, and Chips is going to probably be the first ones to try to pop this checkpoint here. Yeah, 3 members going down there was not a good look for Guess We Doin Krakens now.
Yeah, I guess We Doin Krakens now having to regroup in their spawn area. As we see Ali dropping down into mid, she's going to go ahead and try and get a flank going, which is very typical of her weapon, but she does have to be careful. 2 of her teammates are down, having to jump back, uses that Reef Slider, isn't able to take down Storm Hero carrying that Rainmaker, but does take down Arito in the process.
Wow, and folks, watching Storm Hero here play this so carefully, barely avoiding the killer whale and also the marker. They're really just trying to make the proper call-outs here to get something going, but you got to be watching out for Greg, because Greg is here with the Trizuka and stopping that push immediately at the 42 mark. I mean, there's nowhere left to run in that bottleneck.
Yeah, there really isn't. It's like, oh, okay, I guess I'm getting Inkzuka now. That's exactly what happened there. Oh, Greg really smartly was going to start trying to push into mid, but does back up, recognizing that one of their teammates does go down there, needing to regroup in their spawn. However, you cannot regroup if Max is running at you with that slosher. Greg going down there, and now we're still in this position. Guess we doing Krakens now, trying to figure out how they want to get the Rainmaker, how they want to stop what Chips is doing.
Allie. Oh no, Allie reef sliding away from a Rainmaker Blast just to reef slide into a Rainmaker Blast. Unfortunate, but that just goes to show Storm Hero is very good at trying to hold it down and try to see if they can use obstacles in their defense. But now finally we see Guess We Doing Krakens now getting their hands on the Rainmaker. We're back in the midsection. Now we have some points on the board. So that is Greg holding onto the Rainmaker, but they're not going to really make much of a splash here as Arito and Chara are able to kind of pincer them off into the middle section. And you can see folks from Krakens have to jump backwards as we now see that the path is getting painted by Max. Max is going to be leading the charge here on this next push for Chips.
Ooh, I like that they waited. I'm sure they had to call it, hey, hold on, I have my cooler ready. And they waited for that cooler. They pushed that Rainmaker a little bit further there. 3 members are down on the side of Guess We Doing Krakens now. They go ahead and grab that Rainmaker so close to completely KOing that, getting their points all the way down to 4. And the pressure from Chips is still in their spawn.
Yeah, and you can see Chara was trying their best to see if they could defend Max, but you have Kraken v Kraken fight, but Chara's is going to be cut short as Ichigo is now down into the pit area, taking Chara out in the process, trying to lead some safe passage for Greg there, but no dice to be had. We're still down to the 4 mark. Wow, Rissa, a mountain to climb with less than 2 minutes left for Krakens.
Yes, absolutely, a mountain to climb. I like that Greg dropped that Rainmaker into mid there. Now, wait a minute, is Max in their spawn? Yes, he is. Max is now marked, though, gets called out with that point sensor. Bronze is keeping a very close eye on Max here as we're seeing them trying to collapse into mid. And now Max is just acting an absolute nuisance, trying to flank around, hold mid, you know, just create a lot of chaos with that slosher.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate too, because Guess We Doing Krakens now finding themselves in a delayed wipe situation. Chara going to be communicating this way, and actually we could hear Chara actually speaking and communicating what they wanted to do there, because they're closer to Rissa and I. So definitely some communication to be had with the Chips team. They're trying to figure out what they want to do. The Tri-Strikes are going to come out, but the Trizuka is going to be just enough to keep Arito at bay on that right-hand side. But Rissa, that is a great place for the Rainmaker to be, for them to try to stall out the rest of the game.
It really is. It's an awkward spot if you're Guess We Doing Krakens now trying to get to this Rainmaker. Chara uses that Kraken. They're not even able to grab that Rainmaker. Talk about Guess We Doing Krakens now. Excuse me, Kraken 1v1 happening there, guarding the Rainmaker. That was really funny. Greg now grabbing the Rainmaker. Okay, 20 seconds remaining. Bronze goes down. What is Guess We Doing Krakens now going to do? They aren't going to be able to get the lead with only 1 member left up.
Oh, man. It's hard because it seems like every time they want to really try to get something going, Chips immediately is there to try to join in the fight and prevent any sort of forward momentum from happening. And it's like, how are you supposed to do anything if you keep getting initiated into fights? Bronze, though, is going to be taking up the rear here, taking out Arito in the process. This is going to put us into overtime.
Ooh, was that a squid bag? Am I crazy? Did I see a squid bag?
Honestly, I think I blinked. But that is going to be Chips taking it down into a 3-0 scenario, taking out Guess We Doing Krakens now. But man, what a fight to be put to them, because Ichigo is fierce on that Kraken.
Yeah, absolutely. I really enjoyed the Kraken plays that we saw. Talk about Guess We Doing Krakens. I enjoyed watching the way that they were trying to make those weapons work in the situations that they were in. And I mean, we definitely saw a lot of signs of life coming out from Guess We Doing Krakens now there. It just seemed like, you know, Chips maybe started really figuring out what they needed in particular to do against that team, and they were like just figuring it out, and it ended up slowly working out for them.
Yeah, I mean, for a little while, though, Chips did not know what to do with Allie.
They
did not know what to do. Allie would infiltrate immediately, and it's like, again, she was kind of like, hey, come over here.
Yeah.
Especially on that Hagglefish game. She was like, hey, don't look at them.